There's a leg?
This is a leg.
Oh my god.
Hey there, I just want to be an artist. It's about kind of making the invisible visible. I don't know how to answer all these questions.
Okay, go on.
Hi, I'm Liv and the spotlight is on. So I'm currently doing my honours here at the art school, and I am a neurodivergent artist. I've got ADHD and dyslexia, and they largely inform my practice. And I'm making at the moment big sculptures that are embodying the feeling that I have of being in a neurodivergent body. So my work is deeply influenced by my ADHD and dyslexia. It has kind of shaped everything that I know about art making. I work in a very impulsive manner and I make things on repeat and repeat. When I was younger, I would help my mum out at stalls that she did. She had a ceramics shop. And my grandma was definitely the biggest influence for why I'm making dolls at the moment and using soft sculpture. Yeah, making this type of art is very vulnerable, and I only came to this form of art making when I made my book that has won the drawing prize. And it's really special for me to have this recognition because I've never kind of had that academic validation until now. So it's really kind of fueled me, and I feel this like kind of power and also like rage to keep on going. I want everyone to know my experience and also know what so many people are going through. It's about kind of making the invisible visible. So here is my book. It's very tactile and you're more than welcome to feel it. As you can see, all the details in here, you can see all this puckering, which for me is a real relation to kind of this anxiety and stress that I feel when it comes to anything kind of school related. And you can see that it's really not a traditional book in any sense of the word. And I think that it's all about leaning into that experience of kind of not really knowing what's going on here and just feeling utter confusion. So there's one page in my book that I don't think anyone has truly managed to decode, and I don't blame them because it's very difficult to read. It's basically a little bit of a story about my experience masking my neurodivergence from a very young age. I didn't know what I was doing. Basically, I had a kindergarten buddy and I was meant to read a book to them, but I couldn't read, so I would just tell a story and they were amazed because they thought I could read so wonderfully, and it was just a way to get by. We've got my 8-meter long leg. I've just got it kind of squished up purely so that I can move around my studio. And I'm not sure how I'm gonna get it over to the art school. This is my first large doll that I ever made. She is beautiful, she is me. I feel an intense connection. Kind of leaving the studio at the end of the day can be kind of hard. I feel like I'm saying goodbye to all my children, all my pets, and we just hang out. And she is kind of the embodiment of me. There's one foot, there's another one. So yeah, these were the beginning, and then I made the 8-meter one once I was informed by these. All right, so this is a little insight into my largest work to date, and it is getting really overwhelming to work with, to be honest, but I absolutely love it, and that overwhelming, chaotic process does reflect how I feel on the inside. So this is a huge lady. So I just finished adding the feet. There's one foot. You can see how big that one is there. And I've got another foot. Draw out my design. As you can see here, I was going to put a hand. So I pop my little foot down and I sew very fast. And that is just a little insight into how I get the texture of the bodies. So ANU has really set me up for my arts career. I feel that they've really just provided me with the confidence in my practice, especially that's come out of my honours. But yeah, for my future, I just want to be an artist, and I'm really kind of passionate about making this my whole life mission. I really will do whatever I can to make this worthwhile and make a living out of this. And if it's not purely for my work, I would love to work at the National Gallery, just anything, everywhere to do with art.